an exterior shot of the Kobolt Krayt. The Kobolt Krayt is barreling through hyperspace, having just leapt from a hyperspace junction on the way to Kessel. Our heroes are within the ship. As the camera pushes in, inside the Kobolt Krayt is a mess. Yeah, it was a mess when you guys left Dantooine, and Var turned it into an even bigger mess whilst flying around the galaxy. This is the kind of mess that looks like someone trashed your ship looking for something. The Imperials have been here. They left no nook, no cranny unturned looking for that droid. You guys have been hyperspace for a few minutes, maybe 15 at most. You guys are still uneasy, still anxious about having escaped from the Imperials. I'm gonna turn these console beeps down. I'm not going that fast through hyperspace. You guys are kind of... you have a destination set. You had to set coordinates as quickly as possible for the sector of Hapes, which is where Baron Bren Thane is from. However, there's a lot of pressing issues at hand. Var has information that may lead you guys to your missing companion Vox. Bruto is still bleeding and very disoriented from having lost his right or left arm? Left arm at the elbow, correct? Yeah. Bria and Bren are located in the kind of galley, kind of sitting down, catching their breath. Bren having lost a lot of troops. You guys do have a couple soldiers with you, but not many, right? I think there was only 2 extra.
We can only take 10 total, so
yeah.
That we have 3 soldiers.
So you had 5, the 4 of us, RC,
yeah. 3
RC, and then those 2, and so you have 3 other soldiers who we will not talk to at all during the flight for reasons.
They're in NPC cryostasis.
Yeah, they just don't talk to me. That's RC talking to the NPCs, actually. No. So, so you guys, I'm going to open it up for roleplay pretty much right off the bat. There's plenty of people on board. The ship is an absolute mess, so you guys are going to have to start straightening up, figuring out what's where, whose things are what, stuff like that. So, I know Remy has set a course for Hapes, but he also has someone on board that he probably wouldn't mind talking to. So I'm just going to kind of open it up. You guys can all kind of tell me what you're looking at, where you're at, what's going on.
I think the captain is just kind of looking around in disbelief that this happened to her ship, and she just kind of turns to Var and she's like, "What the hell did you do to my ship?"
Okay, not all this is for me. Some of it's for me. I'll take some.
Did you not hear the narrator just a second ago? I look at you like, again?
Excuse me? I'm also saying this as I'm walking to the kitchen to see if there's any alcohol left.
Okay.
Or freezer pizzas.
I just want the alcohol.
Deal. So Triz is in your face, yelling at you about how you've kept the ship.
I'm kind of just pushing her away. Like, it's not all my fault. Yeah, I left it a mess. I'll clean it up. Maybe. Probably not. Some of it.
Where should I put my stuff?
I'm just gonna walk over to Bria. Be like, "Hey, Bria.
Hi.
Are you still like a people mechanic?"
It's, I mean, yeah.
I think I've got a fluid leak.
Oh, dear Lord, yes. Do you still have a medical station?
Maybe.
Okay, well, just one moment. Put some pressure on it. Here, she takes your hand and starts putting pressure. Just one moment.
Okay.
Everyone, this is Bren. I know this isn't the best time for introductions. I don't want to be a rude guest or host or whatever. Guest host. Anyways, Bren, this is the captain. She's not quite as professional or as
Not professional.
No, she's not traditional. But she let us aboard the ship, and you took me in when I had nowhere else to go. So thank you. And she's a tremendous captain. This is her ship, the Kobolt Krayt. This is Bruto. Bruto is about as loyal as they come. He is a tremendous ally to have. This is Remy. I told you a little bit about Remy. He's my friend. We met back on Corellia.
You guys are just friends?
I just sort of turn around and like
really?
walk
You're just
out
friends?
of the galley.
And this blue Twi'lek, don't associate with her.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
I have a name.
I didn't
You were just
stutter.
saying everyone else's
Her name is Var.
Thank you.
And that's
But
RC.
keep clear. Yeah, and
He's our friend.
I don't know who that one is. I'm RC. Nice to meet you. I just got picked up back on Dantooine. Yeah, they have a history of just picking up randoms. Speaking of which, where is Anders? I didn't see him on the ship.
Var walks right out at that mention.
You've lost 2 crew members at this point.
And, you know, Captain's like, I can't believe you called me unprofessional, as she starts, like, stripping because it's the captain, and she walks
she
down
just
naked.
get out of her prison clothes. Yeah,
I'm starting to get a
and
little
Prince
wobbly.
oh dear. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll pick up Anders on the way. Come, Bruto. Let's go.
Okay.
So she heads back to medical, which is also a mess. I'm gonna have
Our cot and our little, like, shelf.
the cot was flipped sideways.
no!
Yep. All the blankets scattered them up.
Damn you
Yep.
Imperials!
The one soft, small pillow that was previously stolen from Delta Airlines, I believe,
Right, yeah.
is nowhere to be found
We had
in
to
this
take
giant
a,
mess. So
connecting flight.
I'm gonna have you do like a perception boosted with Bria. I'll just add. You can go ahead and upgrade a green to a yellow and add a blue. And we'll say 3 purples to find proper medical stuff. While we're doing that, you're looking for alcohol. So go
I'm
ahead.
just saying if there's any left. I don't think there's
Yeah.
going to be, but yeah, I'm gonna
Anything
walk.
to find
So,
anything, like to find your sanity in this ship, is going to cost you a perception check. It's that messy.
I'm walking to the kitchen because I'm looking for alcohol. That's also when the ship was just mine in Vox and Creedlick's, where I kept my chalk, and I just want to see if Creedlick is still here.
Where you kept your personal chalk.
Well, where I kept the
I
chalk.
thought you kept your chalk in Vox.
Probably that too.
Whoa. Dirty.
So those are the 2 things I'm currently looking
Okay.
for. The
so
alcohol takes
go ahead and
more
roll me a
importance.
perception
What-
while you're doing that.
With what again? Did you say 3 purple?
Yeah. Pretty much to find anything on here is going to be a hard check. Proper
I
medical
think
supplies?
Var accidentally restocked the ship because I have 3 successes and a triumph.
I guess the Imperials didn't much put any credence into stealing medical supplies or
No.
anything like that. Yeah.
Especially because we rebranded it all as like foodstuffs.
Yeah, so not only are your
say
wounds
anything
no longer bleeding, your wounds are cauterized, and she found some painkillers that are making you feel pretty good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, pretty good indeed.
'cause it
You're
hurts.
you're definitely no longer, because I know we
I
ended
just
with
wiped
you
out.
being pretty mentally
yeah, in
incapable.
shock.
Yeah. So now you're starting to come to, and you look around, and there's like cables hanging, and your ship is in a horrible state.
Everyone's gonna.
And so, like, you gain clarity, but in that moment, you almost wish you didn't understand
Oh
the
my
severity of
God.
everything.
What did they do to my ship?
I like how you even walk up to a cable and you go to reach for it, and you're like, now Bruto's sad.
Sad damage.
So we'll come back to that in a second. So while we're in engineering, she turns to you and she goes, "Why did everyone get so weird when I brought up Anders?"
Oh, Bria. Anders died on Hope's Light.
I don't understand. I was there until... Weren't you guys just getting ready to leave? Later that day, even? I had seen him maybe hours before I left.
Later that day, he took Vox to an airlock, trying to get rid of him, and launched himself out to try and stop all this from happening.
To stop what from happening?
More
the
people
whole...
from getting hurt.
Is that why you guys were in prison originally?
No. That, I got a little bit of stuff we need to catch up on.
We sit down and we start chatting. Okay, we're gonna cut elsewhere.
Oh, I gotta wash.
You gotta wash, a
Yeah.
complete wash. Do you want to use the force to find alcohol?
I mean, kind of, but I'm not gonna be that much of a dick to everyone else. So
I don't know if
no.
Var's job on the ship is to do anything but.
I mean, you have a point, so yeah.
Like, are we playing a game or are we playing a character?
Well, it's because well,
Don't roll on paper.
well, that would have been a good
Hit the
idea.
nose.
We have these rules.
So I have a triumph with lack of success, right? Because
You accidentally canceled the wrong thing there. You had failure with a triumphant to advantage.
1 failure.
Deal. So you failed to find alcohol. You have advantage and a triumph symbol. So, so here's the triumph, okay? And you can tell me what the advantage is. One of the randos that serves with Bren has a flask.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like it's a Hapan whiskey. And the second you take a pull from it, it just fills your chest with warmth.
Oh yeah, this is also
This
like
is
the
a
first
warm-
substance she's had in over a year. Like,
Yeah, well,
It's
not only that,
Hapan.
it's happening right now. Don't know. No, you said it, and then I took it, and we both have to lose
You
experience.
doubled down on it.
Yeah. I tried to make it funny, but it didn't happen either way. Right, so you take a flask, and you just feel warm. And this is the kind of warm... You guys have been in space for a very long time. And space is cold, and it's empty. And it's lonely. And in this moment, this gentleman... This heroic gentleman offers you this whiskey, and you take a huge pull from it. You probably drink the half of it in your first pull, and it hits you hard, and it hits you deep in your core, and you feel free for the first time in a long time. You're home, as much as that makes any sense, and it somehow feels like everything's going to be okay. All right, we're going to cut elsewhere. We'll come back to you. I'll let you think on what you're going to do next. I know that Remy stormed out pretty early. What's his story? Where's he going?
I think he's just gonna go and like take a nap. Just
Okay.
like a lot happened to Remy
Yeah.
over the past like 24 hours worth of time.
Maybe less than that. Last
Less than
3
that?
hours, maybe? Yeah.
It's been a busy afternoon.
It
He
has.
was trapped in a white room, talked with some people, was locked up, met his mom, saw his mom die, killed a guy,
Killed the guy for killing his mom.
got electrocuted, got shot at.
Yeah.
Remy's had a day.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So you're going to go sleep in the bunk beds?
Yep.
Deal. I don't know of a better idea. Okay, so we'll come back to you. What is Captain? What is her... I know she's
Captain-
naked, she's treading lightly.
Captain-
She hasn't found her boots yet.
She's out of her clothes, takes a shower. It's obviously cold because
Nothing on the ship works,
yeah,
right? Yep.
nothing works. She's just kind of looking around to see if there's like any clothes or anything that she can wear that's not prison.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
All right.
It's still 3 purples, but I'll give you a boost because this is your quarters, and you kind of have a flow to the madness.
Captain's got her own quarters.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the bead door.
I do like that it shares a shower with the crew quarters.
It does, yeah. We have the shared refresher.
Yep.
Is the bead door still intact?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One
Might be
strand
missing
is
a few
missing.
beads.
Oh man. Yeah.
Rip it down just
No.
because. Just because
I mean,
they're
there's. Listen, even the Imperials have respect for bead doors
Right?
and or
It's
water
a
beds.
universal
Okay.
thing.
And or water beds. It's known Star Wars canon.
I have a success and 2 advantage.
Okay, so you find a dress that you had worn to the Blue Pearl. And it fits pretty well. You've definitely lost a lot of weight, so if anything, it looks a little
Probably looks
bigger. Yeah, it looks better. It's you're starting to realize how much you guys have sacrificed in the last year, whether your health, your livelihood. As you're kind of looking around, what was your total successes?
Just 1.
And then what
2
advantage?
advantage.
Okay, so with that advantage, you come across something that kind of strikes you. Something that you've been missing a little bit without realizing what it was, and you find your captain's journal. And it's kind of one of those moments where you pick it up and you hold it for a moment and you remember your mission, what you've been doing, what you've been working towards. Vox pops into your head. He's not on the ship. You gotta probably talk to Var or try and figure out a plan for how to go next. It might be best not going directly to Hapes because, as far as you know, that's a destination for other people's journeys, not yours. So we'll come back to you. We cut back to Bruto and Bria, kind of wrapping up the story of everything that's happened.
And then we kind of just ended up on Chimera's ship. And that's where we've been, in all sorts of fun torture and imprisonment.
Certainly doesn't sound like a fun time, but I have to tell you, it hasn't been smooth sailing for me either. After I left Hope's Light, I had booked passage on a ship. Me and the others, we didn't know that it was a slaver ship.
Oh, no.
They maintained the best facade, essentially, but probably about 2 hyperspace jumps out of Hope's Light, we were bound in shackles, and I don't want to get into details. And at this point, Bren steps in.
I'm guessing we're sitting on our cot now.
Yeah.
Because this has been a little bit of a story. I just kind of put
Yeah.
my hand on her knee and
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry you had to go through that. I
So
know
this-
what that's like.
Yeah, at this moment, while you're comforting her, this tall, beautiful man, cut from stone or marble, walks in. He's very handsome. He's fairly young still. He steps in and goes, "Bria, is everything okay?" "Yes, but me and Bruto were just catching up."
I don't believe we've been introduced. Bruto
"Yes,
Lance.
Bren Talon."
Nice to meet you.
Sorry, he introduces himself as Baron Bren Talon, but you can just
Bren
call him Bren.
Bren it is. I want to thank you for getting us out of there. It's been a hell of a trip.
Of course. I don't know how much Bria has told you, but she would not marry me lest we made a rescue attempt on the two of you.
Marry you?
On the group of you. Yes.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, Bruto. Yes,
I'd hug
thank
you both, but
No, you just rest and relax. We weren't expecting to have so much company near the end. It appeared as though some of those gangsters might have been from Hut Space. We've been aware of some spies in the Hapan court, especially for the Huts. You guys must be quite the target for the Huts to sacrifice.
gangsters from Hut Space. So how much of like a will check do I need to make to be able to remember the events that took place on?
Not
Before
much.
a
You're
catastrophic
definitely you're feeling good, but you're having your wits about you.
Okay.
So some of this rings a bell definitely, and you're not sure if it's related to your stuff, Var's stuff, Vox, whatever, because there's a lot of overlap at this point. But
Well, I'm not really sure their connection with the Huts, but one of the people one of the groups in the Piercers, we'll say there's some old friends from Corellia.
yes, what do you mean old friends? Because she was with you on Corellia.
Did she really run into Bango and company though?
She was on the train heist.
Oh, she was on the train
Yeah.
heist. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, Bango and Grinder and Chav. Remember those jolly old
Oh.
folks?
Yes, from the train incident.
Yeah.
She doesn't refer to it as a heist because a heist
Incident.
implies that you guys are criminals.
Yeah,
She
that
likes
was-
to think of herself as the hero of the
That
story.
was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we just went artifact antiquing.
Yeah, they had quite an interesting exhibit on that train.
I could have... Weren't they left on the train?
Yes. Yes,
How
I'm
did-
not sure how they
How would they
followed
have
us
escaped?
here.
Interesting. Well, we're here, and they're there, and I don't think they'll be so brave as to come after us at Hapes, while they might have spies, like my fiancé mentioned. Hapes is... It's very secluded.
Hapes.
Have you ever been?
I haven't. Can you? I'm not even familiar with it. Where is it located? Like
Not many are. Hapes is a very small sanctuary for people that want to remain secluded. We have very advanced technology, but we don't want to worry ourselves with this galactic trifling. So we're very lucky. You see, Hapes and the moons and our sister planet are all located inside of a nebula. It's very hard to navigate without knowing the codes for the beacons. And once you get there, we have a fairly strong fleet, as you have seen. Now, those battle dragons and those frigates were personally of my family's repute. I must confess, I did not have permission to conduct the rescue operation. and there might be some problems when I return to Hades. But I would do anything for my love.
Anything for love.
Yes, well, anyways, are you feeling better?
Well, with this medication, I'm certainly feeling quite fine.
Damn.
Although I am missing... well, I'm feeling fine.
Well, get some rest. Once we get to Hades, we'll have plenty of time to catch up, relax, and rejoice.
I don't know if I can rest yet. I gotta see what's going on with this ship.
Bruto.
Something is clearly not right. Look at all of this.
Bruto.
It's running wrong. I can feel it.
Bruto, we have several days. Take time to rest. You're not right in your headspace yet. This will be painful tomorrow, but you'll be able to actually take a look at her. Your ship.
I guess we're running fine right now.
She seems sturdy enough. Something falls.
A ceiling panel goes down.
Yeah, and like more cabling comes out. Oh dear.
I need more of those drugs.
Yes, well, I shall leave you to it then.
Thank you again.
Glad to see that we were able to recover you and your friends. I look forward to spending time with you over the next few days, and hopefully you'll join us at Hades as well.
I'm very happy for both of you. It's very exciting.
Thank you. She is quite a shining gem in these stars.
Yes, she is.
And then they leave you in peace to find your Delta pillow and warm up with a nice wool blanket. Yeah. All right, so when we catch up, we see kind of Triz and Var grumbling about what they always grumble about, this, that, and the other thing, as kind of some people are passing and going. So I'm going to let you guys open it up. Your headspace, right? You remembered from the captain's journal, Vox, right?
Yeah.
You guys are safe for the time being. What I'm just going to kind of open it up for you and Var to kind of pick up and press on where Vox is and all that stuff.
Okay.
Did I just take that guy's flask? Like, do I still have it?
Probably.
No.
No.
He let you pull half of it. You guys celebrated some more stories.
And then mumbled about it and
Yep.
hid it away.
Yep. And then he put it away because it's a long flight to Hades.
Alright. So we pick up with Triz and Var grumbling, and you hear the captain say, "You did what with Vox?"
I left him. He's very capable.
He's a droid!
He had instructions if we didn't return to... I'm gonna pronounce this.
Real quick, I just love that you're like, he's very capable. I left our toddler at the random bus station, and I said, hey, if mommy isn't back soon,
Catch the number 4.
catch the number 4 in Jersey. Like, I just like that you're like, he's very capable.
She pinned a note to his chest.
Yeah, like
Lost.
if Lost
She
called
so
Var.
did.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to the Rebel Outpost.
Except she put it on his back, so there's no way he could ever see
So
it.
Vox wouldn't see it.
Yeah, no, she 100. There is 100%
fine.
a note on
Listen,
him somewhere.
he's fine.
Please deliver to rebels.
Yeah. if found, yeah.
No, the only rebel whose name she could remember is Bria. So it probably says, "Please deliver to Bria."
Bria, in parentheses, very responsible woman.
Yeah. Even though I kind of hate her.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Also a bitch.
Bria's only one of the most common names on Corellia. So.
Absolutely, absolutely.
He's probably been on a real trip then.
He went back to Corellia, then Hope's the
Oh my god, he's just been retracing the steps of the
Busting
campaign.
everywhere.
Yeah. All right, sorry. He's very capable, is I believe where we left off.
I left him where he would be safer than if he had stayed with me.
Where's that?
The planet Random? Is that how I pronounce that? I
yes,
wanted to
you
not
did.
fuck it up.
It's like Rando with an N. Exactly how it's spelled is
or
how
like
it sounds.
radon with an N.
Rando. No, see, now you fucked me up.
It's like random, but the M is an N.
Okay.
Random.
So many different things with an N.
Random.
Where the hell is Randon?
Thank you.
I'm not 100% sure where we are right now. So
You just left him on a random planet with no one. Please tell me you at least left Kreeblik with him?
Actually, I didn't. Kreeblik might still be in this ship. We should find that out. Anyway, yeah, we should probably not go to whatever planet this is we're going to first, and we should make a pit stop.
To Randon, where you left Vox. I'll buy him stuff.
Like 12 months ago?
13. No, because I was with the Huts before I was with them, so
Maybe
like,
the bus never came.
Yeah, so no, you dropped him off on the way to Hut Space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's been like 2 years since you've seen Vox.
it's been a solid year, if not longer.
It's been like, yeah.
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 He's probably going through an awkward puberty phase.
Maybe? Can
All
droids do that?
If not, he's at least been with his dad.
So yeah, we should go make a pit stop, see if he's still there. If not, I told him to go to the rebels, so maybe Bria knows where he is. I left him with very clear
And
instructions.
with that, Bria and Bren walk in. Did you say my name?
Unfortunately. Do you know anything about Vox?
The,
Any new information?
the droid you guys had.
Yeah.
No, last I saw him, he was on Hope's Light.
That's disappointing.
Why would I have him?
Because I left him with some very clear instructions to go find the people you're with now.
She left him on Randon.
The Hapens?
No, the
How did
rebels.
you- Oh, the Hapens aren't rebels. We are not aligned with the rebels.
You're aligned with her. Isn't that what you wanted to go do, Bria?
Yes, well, it's complicated. I'm sure that the last year and a half was not so simple for you either.
No, I lost a droid apparently. I'm very upset about it.
We've kind of been, in prison for like almost that whole entire time.
Yes.
And this one decided it'd be a really good idea to leave a droid.
It was
on
either
Randon.
that or bring him into Hut Space. Which would you rather I do?
Did you leave him with anyone?
No.
No?
I told you he's a very capable droid. He'll
He's
be
not.
fine.
This is Vox we're talking about.
Yeah.
He is not capable.
Yeah,
Thank
he is.
you.
He's fine.
He's as much of a sociopath as you are.
Exactly.
That's why they're best friends.
This is
He's
the
a
same
droid.
droid that we're talking about.
He's a droid. He can't do anything but droid.
He
I'm
can.
about to steal a line from Johnny Five where it's like, they just run protocol. Short circuit.
Anyway, can we make a pit stop on our way to... Where are we going and why are we going there?
We're going to Hapes.
Okay, can we make a pit stop?
It's not my ship. As long as we get there eventually, I'd be more than happy. Well, not eventually, sooner than later. I have a marriage to attend.
A what?
Yes, Bren and I are getting married soon.
That's exciting. You should go wake up our pilot then. I don't want to wake him up.
I'm
He's
not waking
sleeping.
up Remy. He is.
I'll do it.
So, Randon then.
Yeah, we need to make a pit stop.
Okay.
So I go
I'm just assuming you're still napping.
to
Yeah, yeah.
I just like push past these two arguing over who has to wake up Remy.
Yeah.
And I go straight into the bunk.
Where RC is also sleeping.
And I just kind of like hit the bunk bed. Like, yo, get up.
What?
Remy.
Clankers! Clankers!
Just go away, Captain.
Remy, we need to go to Randon. Can you put us on the path to Randon? And then you can go back to sleep.
Sure, why not?
Thank you.
Mate, I can take care of this if you need.
No, I got it.
You sure?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
You don't look fun, man. You look like shit.
Been a long...
Sorry, you look like Poodoo. I don't know why I keep saying all these really obscure words.
Poodoo.
You
choose the Gungan word?
It sounds more ridiculous than me being sympathetic to your state, friend.
Excuse me, I didn't mean shit. I meant poodoo.
Oh, you look like Poodoo. Would you prefer Sheb? You look like Sheb.
Well, as much fun as intergalactic linguistics are, I'm gonna go set a new course.
Alright, mate. Alright, so, yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. You guys have plenty of time. You do have to drop out of hyperspace, wait a little bit. You set a course for Randon. It's not very far away. You guys jump and you're on your way. Deal. Alright, so, what else what else? So it's gonna obviously hyperspace is gonna be a couple days. It's maybe a day to Randon. I don't want to roleplay every waking moment of that because we have a whole Hapan adventure to get to.
Right.
So what are some other things that you guys want to do on board? Obviously, cleanup is a bit of a task for everybody. If Captain didn't say it, then I'm sure everybody would kind of come to it, not having to roll triple hard or like three purples for anything you want to do on the ship. So you guys start cleaning eventually. You guys are chit-chatting a little bit and stuff like that. So we'll just kind of jump straight to dropping out of hyperspace at Randon, unless there's anything else people want to do beforehand.
I just want to know what all is wrong with our ship.
Yep.
Lots of stuff, I'm sure. But
Yep. So I would say that initial scans put it as though obviously it hasn't fully recovered from the last space battle, which was on Corellia, I believe. You guys have not had it in a proper state of repair for some time, and you're hoping that when you're in a proper state of repair, you might even be able to get some people working on the ship as well. That's going to cost credits, something you guys also don't have very much of or any. So it's hard to make any sort of repairs to the ship. You can do plenty of diagnostics, and you're finding out that, oddly enough, she's still very much space-worthy. She's not running. She's running at like 75 to 80% of her capacity, and most of that is just going to take a little fine-tuning and stuff
figuring
like that.
out what all Kreeblik did with her power lines.
Well, don't put it all on him. Var,
He was
I'm
definitely
sure.
working on
Listen,
something
Var doesn't know how to
suspicious.
fly stick. First of all, okay.
Oh no, we're gonna need a tranny flush.
You
so
don't
bad.
know how to call a cab. We've established in previously in fiction the only button you know for computers checks is to call a ride home. So don't give me that.
She operates
So-
Space Super really well, though.
Yeah. It's called Spoober. So you guys, without docking her and giving her some TLC that she really needs, it's going to be pretty hard to do anything in space.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I also want to talk to Brie about wedding plans.
Deal.
It's very exciting for her.
I like how Bruto. I like how in a different galaxy, in a different time, Bruto could be a wedding planner.
At a different time, in a different place.
By God, I would love to be a bridesmaid.
I know I can do it.
I would love to be a maid of honor.
Put this arm
Yeah.
with those strapless dresses.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
There's just no way, maid. All right. So some basic wedding planning. Mainly, and we can get into this a little bit later in the adventure, but Hapan customs for weddings. Obviously, each galaxy or each culture has different ways that they wed, and it's pretty fascinating. She keeps telling you about the moon that you guys will be visiting soon enough, and it's called Magos. It's the third moon of Hapes, where they'll be getting married. She thoroughly insists that you guys are more than welcome to celebrate her union with Bren. With you guys, or at the same
Well,
time.
I'm definitely going to be there.
I've got nowhere in the
I
galaxy
consider
I'd rather
Brie
be.
as a close friend before she left.
Closer than some other people on the ship,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah. All right. So we're just gonna drop out of hyperspace above Randon. You guys. What we'll do is. I don't want to devote too much time to this. You guys left him here a year and a half ago with specific instructions
I
to
left
what?
him here and a
Yeah,
half
What were
ago.
your specific instructions? Specifically for Vox. Specifically.
He doesn't
Think-
want vagaries.
I think I specifically told him.
Specifically. Okay.
To wait for me. And then if I didn't, I think literally all I told him was if I don't come back to go find the rebels.
How long did you tell him to wait?
You don't. Var doesn't think that far in
Make up a
advance.
number that's shorter than a year and a half.
7.
I would just say like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Right? Because
I
it's
was
not,
gonna
it's
say 2
not, it's not very hard to fly to Hut Space,
Yeah.
do some stuff, and fly
Yeah.
back and still pick them up. So
Yeah.
even if it's 2 or 3 months,
I told him to wait like a month.
yeah. So you go to the location. You guys fly down, land at the location. Randon is a very simple planet. It doesn't have a lot of technology. It doesn't have a strong population. It's very much a hyperspace stopping point to continue down. I mean, it's a hyperspace gas station, really. So you guys do some basic scans, and you don't find any trace of him. What I'm going to have you guys do is you can do a computers check as a group, or basically whoever's best at computers do that with a boost or two, and we'll see if there's any trace of him.
Hold my data pad for me. Difficulty?
I'm actually going to say an average, because not much has perturbed this area in some time. Not much happens on Randon in a year and a half.
Not much.
So yeah, not terribly hard. I'm going to give you a setback. How much do you care about Vox?
Right now, after everything we've been through,
Probably not much.
No.
Okay, I'm going to give you a setback because your heart's not in it.
I'm not gonna remove it either.
That's fair.
I could. I wholly could. Apparently, I care a little bit though because I have 2 successes and two advantages.
Deal. So you find this, basically, this tiny data pad that was left very specifically that you guys have a feeling Vox put there. And it says womp 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 when
It was literally
translated.
just an audio recording.
Yeah, it's just his audio log.
He could have just input it all in text on the data pad.
Yeah.
But he recorded sound.
Yeah, so once you translate it from the audio recording, it says, goodbye, my friend. It turns out that my bestest friend has left me, and she has not returned, and I have waited 10 weeks, and now I am sad. I will go to find the rebels now. Wish me luck. Vox.
I just throw the data pad at Var. Like, look, you made him sad.
Not Jenny's sad as a player.
No heading. Just
Yeah,
Going to find the
I'm
rebels.
going to find the
Find
rebels.
the rebels.
oh, he's gone.
He packed a little
Game
suitcase
over,
with
man.
his little toys and a couple cans of
No,
tuna
because a
fish.
lot of them were still.
I'm gonna go find the rebels.
Game over, man.
Yeah, and then there's
I like
and
having
then
a
there's
little
a
hat
gif,
that I was
and then
waiting
there's
to
a
put
gif
on him
of a
too.
kid typing on a keyboard, and then he goes. And it's like a 1993 gif.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty early. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what that translates into space years. It's like definitely because it's a long time ago, so it's like
17
3,000
BBY?
ABY because it's Star Wars is a long time ago. Right. So you've abandoned your friend.
Mm-hmm.
He left you a Snapchat saying you're
Wah, wah,
a
wah.
meanie. You're a big fat meanie.
I just turned around to the guy that I know has the flask.
There's another GIF of Vox. It's literally a Vox, and somehow the droid is frowning.
I just turned around to the guy that has the. So I have a hat in my hand that I was
Yeah.
going to give to Vox.
He's actually on the ship still.
And then I'm walking back to the.
Like,
I
did you
need
know
alcohol.
the BB-8 like lighter thumbs up?
Yeah.
This is a thumbs up.
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah. And he leaks oil out of his optical sensor and says, "All my friends are gone." All right, all my friends are dead. Right. So then you guys head back to the ship, very disappointed, but also no idea where to continue from here.
I literally walked straight to the guy that had the flask. Because
How-
I'm hoping he'll give it to me.
How's it going?
Can I share more with you?
My whiskey?
Yeah,
I mean, there's not much left.
that's okay. Just a little bit.
Do we know when we're getting back to Hapes?
What's our next stop?
I suppose. I'm gonna need a charm check.
What's my difficulty?
A purple and a red.
Is this soldier alcoholic?
I mean, he's a soldier who just went on a suicide mission because
Right.
his boss is in love.
And
Yes,
half
he's an
of his-
alcoholic.
I think that's 2
Yes. Yeah.
Shut up!
Don't roll on paper.
Don't roll on paper. See what happens when you don't roll on paper?
Just has a lot of fails.
This
though.
is true.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, while we're dealing with that, Captain, what's happening? Triz is gone, nowhere to be found. He's joining the rebels, quote unquote.
This has its choice in it.
So
It cancels one of the
Triz is just kind of like pretty much equivalent of banging her head on a locker right now, like trying to figure out exactly what happened. Because Var's like, oh, I left him, he's fine, and now he's not where she said he was going to be, and has gone off to join the rebels, which are who knows where. And so she just kind of is super stressed out, and she goes up to Bria and she's like, do you have any idea where Vox could have gone? Like, any rebel bases? Do you know anything about the rebels?
Here's... As we're walking back to the ship, here's the thing. I never made it to the rebels. The Hapans are the ones that rescued us from the slaver ship. That's how I came to meet Bren in the first place. The Hapans had learned of this... you have to understand, my fiancé is not a traditional Hapan. He does not sit by while and allow injustices to happen to other people. He wants to join the rebels, but his society is very strict about interfering with the galactic war.
Okay, I get that. Do you have any information on the rebels? Does he know where they might be?
Yes, back in his estate, there's many contacts. He has a bit of a spy network. Once we get there, we'll be able to link up and discover whatever we might need.
How long will it take for us to get there?
Not more than a day or two.
Look, Captain, why are we chasing this? Look, we've been given a second chance. That doesn't happen.
Second chance for what?
Where are we gonna find him anyways? This galaxy is huge.
And he's a tiny droid. What
He's
is
an
his
insane
importance? We can get you another droid on Hapes, perhaps. Who's all here? Not you.
I don't think Remy would have left the ship. He's trying to avoid Bria as much as possible.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know how to explain it, but it's just, I know that we're not done with Vox yet. His mission, it's not complete.
Well, look, whether or not we're done with Vox, that's a decision we can make. He's done with us. He's gone.
I have a pretty reliable spy network, and if he's appeared anywhere, with some time, we should be able to track down his whereabouts.
That would be good. Can we do that?
Yeah, of course. Of course. You're more than welcome to join me at my estate.
Alright, let's go.
Deal. So you guys head back to the ship. Who wants to tell Remy where to go? Otherwise, somebody will.
I probably will. I don't get to see the cockpit very often, so
Okay.
I'll probably go up and sit in the co-pilot chair.
Deal.
Remy.
So you head up.
Hey, Bruto, how you doing?
All right.
Vox wasn't there, I'm guessing?
No, go figure. You know, you leave a droid alone on a planet for a year and a half, and he doesn't stick around.
Yeah. The guy's pretty slippery. I'm sure he'll be alright, though.
Yeah. We got the next stop, though.
Where to?
Hapes.
Alright.
Cool. So you put in the destination, you guys leave the planet, and you jump into hyperspace. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut back to your result. Okay? What'd you get?
I got a triumph with lack of success.
Classic.
2
Jenny.
advantages and a fail.
Deal. So you fail. Mm-hmm. It's not triumph with lack of success.
just a
It's a
fail.
fail
It's
with a
fail.
triumph.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
So
cool.
you
Fail
have
with a triumph.
yeah. So you
Oh,
fail
yeah,
with triumph
technically
and
that's
3
okay.
advantage. So, yeah.
I don't know how to
So
interpret that.
you don't get his flask because that's what you're trying to do. Okay. But you do have plenty of advantage, and you have a triumph. So you can still, and you're charming him.
You're able to tell he has another flask, but he won't give it to you willingly.
He's been holding out on me.
Let's play Sterling's campaign.
So, yeah, basically, you have to decide what you want to do with the triumph and advantage. Now you're charming him, so that means you are able to impress upon him.
He won't give me a flask, but he's got a cigarette.
Oh.
Give me that.
Tobacco!
Yeah. All right.
Space.
You got tobacco?
I'll give that to you.
Cigarette.
I'll give that to you for advantage. I will also say for your triumph that back on Hapes, he and his friends are actually like they have a distillery.
They're home brewers?
They're
Okay. I'll take
You have
it.
a beard and a plaid shirt.
I don't see why he wouldn't.
It's Hapen's custom.
Yeah, it's like Hapes is like a gated community of hipsters. Like,
Oh god.
Hapes is the Star Wars Portland.
oh my god. Look, we don't want to get involved with your war, okay? Just free love. Yeah. Next stop, Portland. Space Portland. It's Portland.
Portland.
Yeah, next
That's
stop's
the capital of
Portland.
Hapes, right?
It's Portland, yeah. It is now. Okay, so, right. So, you're becoming fast friends with him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you guys smoke some tobacco together.
He's currently my only
Which he
dealer I
rolls
have,
himself.
So.
Oh my gosh, of course. Yeah. And he typed you a poem. Yeah. On his typewriter, yeah.
He has paper?
He does.
We found it!
It comes from
It's
Hapes.
on
It
Hapes!
comes from Hapes. Yeah, because it's so retro that it's modern. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Anyways,
Major export for them.
yeah. So we're gonna cut forward. Remy's kind of just flying the ship, having a little alone time, and you hear like a knock on the wall. The door's open, but you hear like a light knock on the wall. Can we talk?
Sure.
She comes up and sits in the co-pilot seat. I kind of get the sense that you're avoiding me. It's a very small ship, and you literally take pathways the long way to just stay clear of the galley.
I mean, whatever gave you the idea that I would be avoiding you?
Because we haven't said a single word until now, since we first got on this ship. Listen, a lot has happened in the last year. I know maybe for you it hasn't. I don't know what to say, Remy. Are you mad that I'm soon to be wed?
No. I'm ashamed, Bria. I was the one that told you to leave. And then you got caught by slavers, and
Had I not, I would have gotten caught by the Imperials with you. We would have ended up in the same situation, but I wouldn't have been able to help you get free. Don't be mad at yourself. If anything, you somehow unknowingly gave me the ability to rescue you.
it doesn't change the fact. Look, I never really wanted you to go, but you did.
You sure had a funny way of showing it.
I just wanted you to be happy. Then I just kind of stand up from the chair and walk out.
Remy. She just lets you walk. Okay. Deal. So, what else is going to happen before we get to Hapes? Obviously, there's a couple conversations that could happen. Does anyone want to do anything before we arrive?
I think I want to try to summon Kreeblik.
I was like,
Okay.
someone
See what
needs
he's
to.
up to.
Deal. So,
See if he knows what happened to the ship.
yeah, so you actually try to summon him probably even earlier. Maybe even on the way to Randon. Nothing happens.
Oh no.
Nothing happens.
Not Kreeblik.
Yep. So,
I got Kreeblik!
He
yep.
was left on a spaceship for a year and a half with no food.
All the
Yep.
naysayers, hush.
Yep.
There's
So-
probably more than enough crumbs on this ship to feed Kreeblik for a year.
You're gonna open one of these hatches and Kreeblik are
Kreeblik
gonna fall
skeleton?
down.
already set the
Var's already not
stage.
coming
Looks
to
like you
terms
bit a
with
wire.
the
So
fact that
is
she lost
there
Vox.
anything else? Kreeblik is
Kreeblik is missing in
unsummonable.
action.
He is unsummonable. I don't know whether or not to call Kreeblik a she either because
We did establish.
we did establish in
Kreeblik
the
now
fiction that
uses
she.
neutral pronouns.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a female.
It's they.
Listen,
They are the
Kowakian monkey lizards
You
are
wanna get all proper
extremely
about it,
convoluted.
Proper.
It's very complex, right? So you guys are probably a half day out from Hapes. Is there anything else you want to get done before we arrive? Nope. Go
I
once. go
can't
twice.
really think of anything.
Okay, Bruto, you're actually back in engineering, repairing some stuff.
Okay.
There's no scene that
Trying
we want
my
to do,
best.
and Martin's starting one for me.
Oh boy, something bad's gonna happen. I'm trying to get the engine to run right. It's not oscillating
Exactly.
at
You're-
the normal.
You're starting
Frequency.
to sort of get your footing again as the ship's mechanic. It's really soothing.
Did anything happen to any of my murals I painted?
You tell me.
I don't know. I don't think so because I don't think the Imperials would tag our ship.
No. Rebel scum.
Cart these guys.
Yeah. So no, you're pretty good. So so you're kind of going through your stuff. You're fine tuning the engine and stuff like that, and you start to hear this like kind of weird backfiring, and it sounds like the engines are having quite some difficulties. Go ahead and roll me a mechanics check. Now, obviously, keep in mind that anything with your hand is going to have
Right.
an inherent purple to a red automatically. I'm going to give you a setback just because the engine's already in pretty bad shape.
Difficulty?
So it'll have a red and a purple. And I think that's going to be everything.
Okay. I do have a skill called Gearhead, so I can
Perfect.
remove mechanics-based setbacks.
Then there's no reason... Oh, a
Sorry.
despair.
But, so I have 5 success and a despair.
Okay. So you succeed handedly.
How the hell is this shit?
So
Getting all
you
these despairs.
you have to go into this like ductway kind of you have to go into this ductway to kind of crawl under there, and you're kind of crawling. You've got your stub. It hurts like hell to crawl through this duct, and you're kind of almost pretty deep into the engine. You calm to Remy to kind of slow it down to half speed. You don't want any kind of crazy things going on. And then you come around this corner, and you see this like unnatural sort of construct. Think of it a lot like Aliens and how their ship looks. And it starts to be in the ductwork a little bit. And it definitely looks like some sort of parasite has been growing in the engine area. And we recently played Dread, and that was something very spooky, so... Daniel as a player is like, nah, I'm good, bro.
This doesn't happen in Star Wars.
It's all skin. Oh, dust.
It's creep-like. So I guess I'm gonna creep close to it.
Okay.
I guess
Yeah.
Work my way up to
yeah,
it.
so you're making a lot of noise, and then just there's like this kind of black fungus sort of thing growing, and then you hear around the corner, you hear something begin to charge up that sounds like a personal weapon. And then you see this like this holdout blaster come around the corner, and you
Remy!
see a tiny like monkey lizard hand holding it, and you see Kreeblik pointing like a holdout blaster at you.
Kreeblik?
Guy?
Kreeblik, what? You're alive!
Yeah. Duh. What are you doing?
I tried to summon you. You weren't here.
Oh, no summon no more. Kribblik got family.
Oh no. Is that what this is?
Oh, Kribblik home. Kribblik nest.
What?
He sets down the blaster.
Does he pull out his briefcase?
You start clapping excitedly, and you see another one that looks exactly like Kreeblik peek around the corner, and then below the camera pans down, and you see a baby one pet around the corner.
Well, I'm very happy for you, Kreeblik. What about your therapy practice?
Oh, no.
Kriblik retired.
So,
Kriblik work on family.
meanwhile, I did buzz up to Remy in a very panicked voice.
We broke Kathy.
What is this, Kriblik?
It's a nest.
What's in the nest?
Oh, just refuse.
It's a nest of shit? Poodoo?
No worries. Nest fine.
And you can see that it actually...
Remy comes around the corner with a holdout blaster.
I'm like
This
in the
is-
fucking ductwork.
He's in the ductwork. Yeah.
I hear shouting from engineering then.
Yeah. Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yeah, Remy, I'm in here.
What are you doing in there? Are you stuck? I'll grab your ankles.
No, wait, hold on a second.
I don't know if we should pause to like get our shit together or not. Oh my god.
If you don't share baby Kriblik
you,
with
like-
everyone else, I as a player am gonna be upset.
Do you just live down here now? Like, do you not ever go out into the rest of the ship?
Guy, Kriblik home.
Okay.
You welcome to join us for dinner.
Who are you talking to?
I appreciate the offer. I will probably take you up on that.
He claps, and the mate disappears around this thing and starts dragging out this like giant space rat.
We're cooking feast tonight.
Yeah, Remy, I'm good. No cause for alarm. I got it under control.
I calm to these two. We have a gas leak in engineering. Bruto is losing his mind.
Var's gonna go check that out.
So what you been up to?
You'll do anything to get high at this point. You're like,
Pretty much!
gas in engineering?
Is it like
Ladywood.
gas?
Yeah. All right, so you guys race up. Remy's kind of shouting into a vent, and Bruto's been in there for a couple minutes now.
With just voices echoing down.
Yeah, just him talking to something. Yeah.
Is it like? Can I see where he went in at? Like, can I
Yeah,
go,
there's an open vent.
Can I go
but
from the other side?
Do you know the ship that
No.
well?
No, Var does not have this capability at all.
Rude. Okay, Bruto, are you okay in there?
What are you doing here?
I mean, we're all here.
Bruto, remain calm. We will get you out.
I
Are you
am
having
calm.
are you having a bad trip?
No,
And where did you get the stuff to have a bad trip?
nothing. Everything is fine. Okay, like we're
Bruto,
good here.
this is
Bruto,
You're all good
What
here. How
is
are
going
you?
on?
Who are you talking
Who's
to,
we?
mate?
You don't have
Arcee,
an
are you
arm.
here too?
I forgot about our ta-da!
Are we missing a crew meeting or something? Like,
Why do you say we?
Who is
I'm very, very
what is
sneaky.
going on? Bruto, who's
I'm
down
just-
there?
I'm gonna
Bruto, you don't
climb
have
in
an
there.
arm. Everything is not fine.
yes, Remy, I know that. Okay, you don't need to keep reminding me.
And yet you
Yeah, that's
decide
a
to
little
crawl
rude.
into an air duct without an arm. So
If
you
I'm
can't
not
push
gonna do
yourself
it,
out?
nobody else is. Look, Kriblik, you mind coming up deck for a second?
Okay.
We're gonna have some questions.
Okay.
So you,
Grab the ankles.
yep. So he kind of climbs on your shoulder. They pull Bruto out of the vent, and Kriblik goes ta-da!
Var just claps.
I found
And I-
Kriblik.
And I think with that we're gonna call it our
blasted.
first session. You blasted?
Var hit. I hit
You have your pistol trained, and Bart no.
you. Yeah.
She scrambles. Yeah, but I think we're gonna end the episode with him going ta-da! And so that'll be our first session of episode 7. We will see you again next week for more Legacy of Ash.
Sterling.
Sterling is hard.
He is. Don't you fucking forget it.
And no one can remember why.
I perfectly remember why.
Why you were what?
Martin was drunk and started like assigning like Captain Planet things, and then
Sounds right.
one of your buddies was like, "I'm Hart," and then you were like, "No, Sterling is Hart."
He talks to animals.